What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast, Talking with Cindy and Jerry. Hope you guys are doing good.
How's it going, everybody?
So today's topic will be a recap of our trip to Puerto Rico. If you guys follow us, you guys can see that we just came back maybe about almost 2 weeks ago.
Really? Is that far? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Wednesday will make 2 weeks.
Wow.
Since we came back. I know, it's so depressing. I love it there. So our recap, actually, so after I came back, I've been making some of the things that we had over there.
Yes.
So I've made some of the fried cheese with the guava sauce.
Yes.
Yesterday, I was invited to the lake here, had a luau, and I made coconut mojitos.
It was good. I had it.
It was a hit. I forgot to tell you. People asked me, did I make it myself or did I buy a mixture and put it together? And when I told them I made it myself and I used mint from our garden and
they
were
sure.
like, wow, like they didn't even know you could have mojito. Some people didn't even know you had to have mojito in flavors.
What?
Yeah, it's like because I thought it's a mojito. So when she came back over and she goes, there's coconut in this. I'm like, yeah, it's a coconut mojito. She goes, they do coconut? I said, they do coconut, they do passion fruit. They do guava.
Well, you know, I've never had a mojito here, maybe on the Jersey side.
We have had mojitos here when we go to Noches.
Okay, yes, and they're in flavors.
It depends when you go. Certain places have them in flavors. It depends where you go.
That's up to people to go out there and explore.
Yeah, so she actually loved it. She was like, I didn't know you'd make,
Wow.
So I was kind of stunned also because I thought
I'm a big fan of passion.
He loves passion. So I usually have coconut mojitos.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the island, do you know which one I always have when I'm on the island? Because you can only get, they taste the best on the island. It's the guava.
Oh,
mojitos.
the guava. Yes.
Yeah. And this time, for the first time, I tried frozen guava mojito.
That's right. I remember that. Yes.
Because I was sitting at the bar and he knew I was Spanish. So he was like, in Spanish, he goes, trata esto. And I was like, okay. So I tried it. I was like, oh my God, that was my drink for the rest of the time there. That and coconut mojitos.
Yeah, nobody talked to me in Spanish. They already knew. That guy, he don't talk Spanish. I don't know how they know. But right now, I have a really, it's probably the darkest.
So do you want to touch on this? Everywhere we went in San Juan.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe
around
it.
the island.
So,
and he brought it to my attention. I didn't even notice.
But then you realize it.
Yeah.
I was like, there was a lot of Puerto Rican wives
or Latino wives with, I'm going to say, Caucasian men, not just American men, but your typical white Caucasian guys. They were all over. No matter what part of the island I was, I saw them. And at the resort,
at restaurants, at Luquillo, at San Juan.
Luquillo's, there were tourists there, but it's more
tourists.
But it's more of a regulars place, you know.
But they were everywhere, and especially in San Juan.
In old San Juan,
I saw myself. When was the first time I came here? Like 2003?
No. Was it around there?
2003 was Disney. Mm-hmm. My first time was with the. That was the first time that we came with our neighbors.
Yes. No, that was not the first time. The first time was when we went with your mom.
Yes. Okay, so what I saw, getting back to it, is the girlfriend or wife was kind of leading the guy. So I saw myself like...
Even at the restaurants when we saw them ordering for them.
Yes.
And look, he was like, look, that was me. 20 years ago.
I was like, that's me right there. Not knowing anything about this island, and this beautiful Latina is showing me around. Even though I am Spanish.
He's fake Spanish. He's like fake Puerto Rican.
Well,
he's Americanized, so he didn't know anything about the island.
But it was just a lot of them. Definitely a lot of that type of couple.
Mm-hmm. And let me say a notch for Cindy, because I was prepared. I took us to some crazy places.
Yeah, but they were good.
But I took us to some really cool spots that you hadn't been to yet.
Yes.
And my niece loved every bit of it.
You know what it is? I definitely want to go to the other side of the island. It's a
Maybe
longer
we should
drive.
Stay on the other side of the island.
But so where we stay at is Wyndham's Rio Mar Is it Grand Rio Mall? I think it's just
Grand Rio Mall, Wyndham Golf Resort.
Yes.
Yes.
It's what, 25 years there, 30 years.
I think it's about.
So it's almost like when we first started going there.
About 25.
It was just new.
Yeah, it wasn't that old of a resort.
Yeah. In fact, there was I saw some old photos. There was the minute you come in, there was a fountain right there in the lobby area.
Yes, but they took it out.
They took it out.
Yeah.
Actually,
that fountain is downstairs in the garage. Remember we saw a fountain just sitting there off?
Oh, you're right. That's what it is. That's why it's never on. Okay. Yeah. So, it's, when we first went there, there was like a couple of celebrities that used to go there.
Yes.
We got lucky. We found
we saw, we
saw somebody from Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, we did.
I saw somebody from the Sci-Fi. And he's done other movies. And there was like a third person. Mm-hmm. We had gotten the resort when we first went.
It was some kind of a American Express crazy deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, those big grand resorts you drive up and.
Yeah. It is amazing. We love staying there.
Yeah.
Not only that, you're close enough to San Juan where it's not a long drive.
30 to 40 minutes depending on traffic.
But you're away from the touristy area.
Yes.
But now we're noticing that the tourists are finding that area too.
Oh, yeah. When we used to go, it would be... We would drive around the island to eat at the local places.
But we'd come down at the bottom of the hill from the resort and go to all the local restaurants in the area.
Yes.
And this time when we went down to the local restaurant, not only did we just go to the local restaurants, they put a lot of... More variety. Yes. They put more bakeries, more variety of restaurants. And I'm not talking just Puerto Rican restaurants. I'm talking like sushi.
Yes.
Pizza.
So where we stay at is... The Wyndham's Resort is there.
And that's in Rio Grande.
10 minutes over is maybe a little bit more. Ritz-Carlton or the Hyatt?
They're both of them.
Yeah.
One is the Hyatt, one is the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, so...
And now we just saw that they put a Marriott with a casino there.
Right, but that's not underwater, though.
It's across the street from it.
But you notice, because I think those resorts are there in that hotel, they've put more restaurants.
Yes, it's growing.
And definitely everybody's out there driving around.
But it's a smart thing to do because it's right across the road. It's also right across from the rainforest, which brings a lot of tourists.
But you save money, though.
You do save a lot of money eating off the resort. I mean, listen, I love Wyndham.
It is.
Their food, even the food we do get there, is amazing. It tastes amazing. But
absolutely, to Wyndham right there, it's amazing.
But the prices, especially if you're there for a week, it can add up.
It does.
It does add up.
If you want to do it,
you're not even paying attention. You're having a good time, and you just start ordering.
Yeah.
And ordering drinks and ordering drinks.
So what we do is usually either we get some bagels or muffins at the resort.
Yes.
Or I drive down to the bakery and get something fresh.
Sandwiches from the bakery.
Or oatmeal. Lunchtime would be, again, sometimes on the resort. But now that we know you can DoorDash to the resort.
We found that you could DoorDash to the resort.
Yeah, it was so weird. I come out the resort. I was doing something. I was in the front area. And I see somebody coming down the stairs, and the car leans over, and it's a Subway bag. And of course, I'm like, "Wow, you could DoorDash here? Why? What? Why would you DoorDash Subway?"
But we did DoorDash in Florida, so we were like,
But I couldn't understand. So I go, "Can you look up your DoorDash and just see if there's Puerto Rican restaurants?" Absolutely. Why would you DoorDash?
They're all there.
Well, they're all.
They're tourists and they're probably not used to Latin food.
You could get,
I mean, I know
beef
Puerto
stew,
Rico's
rice and beans, yellow rice and beans, penne with the onions.
Yes, but listen, like I said, I know Puerto Rico's U.S. territory, but some people don't like Latin food.
Okay.
So they just stick to their regular American
that
fast
was
food.
Still, we saved on DoorDashing.
I think we saved a few $100.
Yeah, because you would just know when the DoorDasher is coming. You're in the pool. You get out. You drive off. Dry off
and walk to the front.
Walk to the front.
I mean, it's a little bit of a hike to the front of the resort because it is a big resort.
It is. Yes, it is.
But it's worth it.
Well, and here's the thing: instead of a 40-minute drive, because I could probably do it, let's say within an hour, get in the car, go get that food, and come back. It's really the hike to get to the front.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
No.
I mean. I usually put a shirt on because I'm not walking through the main lobby.
In your swim trunks?
Yeah, there are. I don't understand. There are people that do it. I don't understand that.
I would put my cover up if I had
to. Well, at least have a cover up. Yeah. Yes. I just never understood that.
But I thought it was great. Even though we did DoorDash a couple times, we did go to the local bakeries and the restaurants. Yeah. We still had a couple, like our young one would order lunch by the pool, or we would order maybe an appetizer and some cocktails.
Right.
But it didn't break the bank.
No,
because we're always on our budget.
We always, and that buffer.
Yeah,
I've always talked about this. That buffer. So we stayed within that buffer range. Was it more than 2 years ago? I think inflation.
Yes, it was a little bit more.
And,
a couple $100 more than what we usually spend.
But
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, and the kids had an amazing time.
Oh my gosh, they had a great time. So I will say, we didn't get to hang out at the beach as much as we wanted to.
It's a lot of sand. I tell people
not
that.
Only
and
the
waves.
sand, because they explained to us before we had gotten there that week before they had a lot of rain storms.
Yes,
and it makes it's the Caribbean. It makes it a little tough, the waves and everything. Yeah. So we were able to go in, but it was a little rough, the waves coming,
Listen, walks on the beach, absolutely.
Oh, I did walks on the beach every morning.
The kids, my son doesn't play Pokemon too much. The kids had their phones. He had the app, or maybe he downloaded it.
He took advantage of it.
Yeah, so they were just, everywhere we went, they were collecting, I guess, the Pokemon characters and stuff like that. There was one that my son said, hey, it's really far down there, which I know is part of the resort. So Wyndham also has condos and townhouses.
Yes.
So I knew the condos were down there. They used to have one building. Now they have a brand new building because you can see it. So, it was like the walk. It was a long walk on the beach. I said, we'll walk the beach line and maybe, we're close enough that it'll pop in. It did. And he was able to catch it after 5 Pokeballs. He was ecstatic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was,
so he had a good time.
He had a good time. It was
Pokemon thing. He hung out with his cousins. He actually enjoyed the fact that he's 14. So we finally started giving him rain where he could just go off on his own. So the only rule we gave the boys was you weren't allowed to be on the beach by yourselves, of course, because of the waves. Right. And it's a resort, so they don't have lifeguards on duty on the beach.
No, because that's also public area.
Yes, all the beaches in Puerto Rico are public.
So I think it just varies. There was a chair out there, but at no point that
there's no lifeguards. Yeah. So that was one of the main rules we had. If you weren't with one of the adults, you couldn't be down by the beach.
Right.
So they love the fact that they can go to any part of the pools. Yes. The resort has 3 pools.
Yes, yeah.
So they would just go and wander off on their own.
Aiden knew how to go and get his muffin.
So I taught him how to go and sign to the room his muffin or his breakfast. And then they also like the fact that they can go and they had activities for the kids.
Yeah,
so they went to the iguana feeding. They went to the other swimming pool. The pool Wyndham definitely had a lot of activities by the pool side. Yes,
we did
kept them busy.
A chain line where we were moving a sponge and trying to fill the bucket.
Yeah.
So they have trivia. They had a lot of things.
They had a lot of things that the kids liked.
They have a casino now. Well, they always had a casino, but now they have actual.
They vamped it up. They renovated it.
Because now they got not just the machines, but actual people. Tables, casino tables.
Yeah. They also, I think they have a theater downstairs, so they do kind of shows. Special
I saw that.
Shows. They had a magician this time.
Yes.
We didn't see it.
We didn't see it, but yes.
Yeah. And then they've actually expanded. I really love going there. I want to try staying somewhere else. Maybe if you and I go by ourselves, maybe we could stay in Dorado. That way we can drive to Arecibo and Ponce. I think if we go by ourselves, we would explore the island more. Well, when we're there with the kids, they want to stay in the resort. Granted, Wyndham has an amazing pool area with the slide. It does. They have iguanas hidden within that live within the greenery area, so the kids are always amazed.
Yeah, but the music though.
I know the music is not that great.
It's just when they do the activities, they put these they come up with a portable speaker and they have amazing music. So this time, and I may have mentioned it in the other podcast for a little bit, but I brought my smaller one because my wife said the larger pill.
Great music guy by the pool.
Yeah, I should have just right. And so it was small. When you're next to it, you're sitting next to it. It sounds great. So there were points where people in the pool go, "Hey, they're playing St. Elmo's Fire," and the guy was like, "What? No, I don't hear it." He's like, "No, but over here I hear it." And I would have to say, "Yeah, that's me. That's."
He was playing 80s and island music.
I played island music. Everybody liked
all the music you played.
Yeah.
So for a little bit he played salsa.
Yes.
For a little bit he played reggaeton.
Yes.
Then he played some 80s,
some 90s.
It was better than what they were playing.
And then I had this whole playlist of Caribbean music, Bob Marley and so on, about summer and things like that.
So it was an amazing week. Weather was great. Even with the Caribbean rain. Which was short, and it was fun. Like, the downpours would happen and you'd be in the pool regardless.
Right. Unless there's thunder or lightning,
yes,
then they actually tell you to get out.
To get out.
Yeah.
Besides that, we did go to San Juan, walked around.
Yes, we did.
We did a lot of browsing, a lot of going to the shops, coming in and out.
I almost bought a painting.
I'm glad you didn't.
Which I was glad I did because she had me. She
kept telling him it was an original.
Yes.
And then we went to another store, like somewhere close by the pier.
Yeah.
And they had the same painting there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did not buy it.
No, I did.
You were gonna
but it was an amazing painting.
It was, but if you're going to spend that much, I want it to be an original.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone else to have that.
Yeah, I was a little upset.
So
I mean, it's still over here would be rare.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, she always had me.
I'm sweating because I'm drinking hot coffee.
Yeah.
You guys know,
I'll be right back. This is live. I'm going to turn on the fan back there.
As you guys know, I am going through menopause. So occasionally, I break into a sweat. And my husband, being the amazing hubby that he is, always has me covered. So he has a fan way back behind the cameras that blows air toward me. Or I do feel it. A little bit more this way. Perfect. So when I'm having a flash, he has a fan back there that helps me.
I should have put it on earlier. I kind of forgot.
So we also did San Juan.
We did San Juan.
And
we went to the rainforest.
In San Juan, even though we go to San Juan all the time. We went to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, La Plata.
I couldn't tell you.
It's edge of the water. It's right on the edge, lower area. It's very old, run down, but the tops of the roofs
are painted.
Some of them have the flag.
Coquilles,
some of them have coquilles. It's been run down for a while, but when you go down there, it's breathtaking.
It's right there, and there's no beach. It's all rocks.
It's just rock, and
But you can see some of the buildings are going to be renovated.
Yes, you can see that I think they're planning to do stuff down the future.
Yes.
But there's stuff that it's not touched. I told myself, if people bought this area down here and turned it into a club or whatever, it would look amazing. Yeah. But it was our first time going down to that area. I thought it was beautiful. We also went into the rainforest.
Yeah, we took a
hayride. So there is a company.
It's not yes. So this company, we'll put a link on it.
They've been there for a bit, but they just started to expand.
Yeah. So they have horseback riding into the rainforest, ATVs, the 4-pass. Actually, it's more than 4. It's 6.
Like a 5-passenger.
Yeah, 5 or 6 passenger. Yep. And then you got your single ATVs,
double ATVs.
And then you have a hayride. It's not hay, but you're on this trailer that takes you into the rainforest. Mm-hmm. If there's no rain that happens the night before, you're able to walk through the streams and stuff like that. And they have a restaurant on site. Yes. And go-karts. We did the go-karts with the kids.
Mm-hmm. It's a really nice place. A lot of people are starting to, because there's another one. When we went years ago, remember, there's a restaurant all the way at the top. Also,
again, I think they're adding to that area because
expanding.
of those.
They're getting smart.
Yeah, they know those big
resorts. They know it's a hot spot.
Yeah. And it is pricey. I mean, listen, could I pay for dinner at that resort? Sure. Would I want to pay for 7 days of it? No.
No, but the good thing is leaving and going to the mom and pop places.
Yeah, I feel like
you're enjoying the island. You're tasting the island.
I mean, the night before we went and you had your lobster.
The night before we left,
Jeremy had, I don't know, he had some other amazing dish. I had
a stuffed avocado. So they have this thing. They've just recently been doing it in the last few years, where they take island avocados, slice them in half, and they stuff them with conch, lobster. So he had the whole seafood mix. He had the conch, lobster, and shrimp mixture on top of an avocado, on top of rice and beans.
Yeah,
I don't know how he ate this, because I couldn't even finish my whole meal.
I think one of the best ones was we went back to that stretch of Luquillo where it had all those restaurants.
They call it Lo Kiosco de Luquillo.
And we had the cups of the stuffed plantain.
Oh, so the place is called Relleno.
That place was amazing.
I did a little skit on our social media.
Yeah, we did. It closes early. By 6 o'clock it closes.
It closes early, but
if you get there in the afternoon, it's a good little cup to just kind of.
So it's right next to the Mojito Lab.
Works. Mojito Lab. Which serve like big cups of mojito.
And it's called Relleno.
Now they had tons of hot sauces.
I know I was explaining this to somebody. They have guava hot sauce,
avocado hot sauce. I had the avocado
passion
hot sauce.
fruit.
I should have had the passion. I love passion, but I'm like,
I'm
hey,
actually tempted to learn to make that
avocado hot sauce.
That one and the guava.
Yeah, because if you make it yourself, you can determine how much heat you want in it.
They were delicious.
They were amazing.
1 week there, I put on 4 pounds.
I put on 2 to 3.
Just from all the eating, because I could not control the eating. It was so good.
The food was amazing. Listen,
like I can go back twice a year if you let me. People always say, why you go to Puerto Rico? Yeah, I know I'm half Puerto Rican, but there's always something new to see on the island.
Well, yeah,
even though I went as a kid all the time.
Yeah, you did, not me.
Yeah. There's always something new to see.
Yeah.
And there's always something new to try.
Yeah.
When we went back into San Juan with the girls, we found that nostalgic restaurant down that street that we went to many, many years ago.
That's right.
That a lot of things were closed. We went to that one restaurant that said it was the best
I said mofongo. It had the sign.
It said best mofongo.
Yeah, and I thought of the elf because he runs in there and it says the best. You did it! You've created the best pizza.
Yeah. So, but it was good. My niece said it was amazing. They had it.
My food was good.
I had
that day I kind of took a break on the drinks. I think I had water in the evening. I did, but there was no point.
We drank.
I woke up drunk or
we would have 2 or 3 cocktails.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? For the part of the afternoon, I'm not gonna drink.
What we did? We did day drinking. So by the time nighttime came, we were done drinking.
Right. I wanted to swap up because I wanted to.
So we drank during the day poolside.
Not me that day. That day I didn't drink.
The only one day we did drink at nighttime. So there's this other. I know we're going longer than we usually do, but this was an amazing trip. So there was one night we left the kids at the hotel with their gaming systems, and we went to La Placita.
Oh.
So he should tag this place. So it's called La Placita de Santurce. There's videos all over social media of this place. Every weekend,
it gets packed.
I mean, packed.
First of all,
there are days where it's like packed where you can't fit through there.
It's a food market, right?
It is a food market.
It's a food market, town square area.
Yes, but on the weekends, by 8 o'clock, I'm gonna say, it turns to an outdoor club.
Yeah,
that's the best way to put it because all the local restaurants have tables outside. The ones that can open their gates or their doors and windows, they do. Some of them have bands playing.
Yeah.
Some of them just put all the speakers out.
My eyes were a little focused because my older son was heading out to work.
They'll put speakers out.
Yeah.
And they'll be dancing out on the
Food,
street.
drinks. There's a small cigar shop with a little bar in it.
It's just
me and my older
restaurants
son
everywhere.
Took an opportunity. We had a cigar together. Yeah. It was amazing. Well, July was amazing. First of all, let's just as we come toward the end.
Yeah, July
we
was
were
very
at Florida
busy.
again. You stayed there. I came back, did work.
And I had a blast in Florida. I got to connect with one of my cousins who lives
Oh, yeah. That was
in
amazing.
Boca.
Yeah.
And
have you shown her the videos yet that we've...
I told her, she said she was going to check out our podcast.
Because remember, we really have another YouTube channel with all our home movies
and she wants
stuff
access to that one, too. I got to give her access to that one. So I got to connect with one of my cousins, and we hung out a lot. I took the kids, which I posted a couple videos on our thing.
On this one, I'm going to definitely add some of the photos of Puerto Rico that we took and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I will try to remind me to put some links of those restaurants or in the resort itself. Mm-hmm. But it was good. You know what I like about July is we went one time in August and I think it rained a little bit more.
It did rain a little bit. And then when we came back, the next week school was starting.
Yes.
So it wasn't a break.
Yeah.
This way, I actually liked it because we came back with 1 week left in July. Yeah. So it didn't feel like the whole summer was
I mean, if I was definitely, I don't want to leave in the beginning of July because then you got the whole summer. I think we did it right where we kind of towards the end of July but had something left. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we took advantage. We went right to Florida, like right there at the beginning of July. I came back, but I was there for a good 5 days. And then I head back to Puerto Rico to meet you guys up on the 17th.
Yeah.
So that kind of, for me, I would be on a conference call and they were like, hey, Jerry, how's Florida? And I'm like, oh, it's great. So you got any other plans? I'm like, yeah. And next week I'm flying out to Puerto Rico. They're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, yeah. So you went to Florida? I'm like, yeah. Then a week and a half.
Like, oh, you guys did double vacation? No, we didn't. Florida, we stayed with my niece.
Yes.
So it is vacation, but
Thank
it isn't
you,
because
always.
Yes, because we don't stay at a resort. We stayed at her house. That means I cook and help in the house with my niece. Also help with the boys and get to spend time with my nieces.
And he gets spent
and my son gets to hang out with his cousins. Yeah. So technically, it is a vacation, but it isn't because I'm staying with family.
But it's
so
still
I'm
a
not
vacation.
spending the cost.
When I go to Florida,
it's stress free.
Yes, stress free.
That's why I'm dying to move
I
there.
sit there and I watch some National Geographic. I think the girls go like, "What is he doing?" But I think he's ready. So that's what Jerry does when I'm not maybe doing my Warcraft or Dungeons and Dragons or some reading. If I would be the type that you put me upstate New York or somewhere away, yes, I'm gonna sleep till like 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna walk.
But
the
he
trail.
didn't do that. He didn't sleep till 10 o'clock. You were up early anyway.
Well, when you get
would
up,
just go for walks in that neighborhood.
Yes, yeah, like at the beach. Sometimes I would go. You would get up earlier. Something
about Florida and the Caribbean. I'm up at 7.
I know we're about to hit 30 minutes, but I'm gonna tell you right now, she was enjoying her beach walks in the morning. She would do her workout. In fact, I have a little bit of video where I spotted her.
Me leaving the gym and going to the beach.
I'll try to add that and clip it in there. Yeah, you definitely took advantage. I did advantage.
The same thing in Florida.
I was listening to Arnold Schwarzenegger's podcast, The Pump Club, I think it's called, on Spotify. I would just walk the beach and listen to his podcast. You just lose track. Oh, it is the best.
Yeah, I looked forward to my mornings. Like, I don't know. I mean, I love where we live.
No, but here is great also. I mean, walking around the lake and stuff like that.
In Florida in Puerto Rico.
It's different. That's all. It's just different.
It is. But
if you take someone from the city and bring them over here and say, hey,
they want to get up early and
walk around and maybe listen to their podcast. Yes. So
that's what I was doing.
We've been here for over 20 years, so we're just used to it.
No, because even when we first moved here, I wasn't getting up at 8, 7 in the morning to go for walks.
No, you're right.
Even though I do want my walks, I like my walks here. Don't get me wrong. I do like my walks around the lake and the environment. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's the smell of
it's different smells.
The green, the lush.
But here's what I'm gonna say. Our goal is to definitely move to Florida, retirement and stuff like that. My goal deep down would be loving to keep this house vacant for me to come up here. Okay. Of course, it's great that if we could rent it out and stuff like that. But the goal for me, because I still love the fall.
I know he still loves this. He's already showing me Halloween stuff. It's pissing me off.
I'm gonna come in here with some leaves, decorations and stuff. Mm-hmm. But no, I think fall up here is amazing. The change of the leaves. It is,
but I'm a Caribbean girl.
Warrens. But and I do. Listen,
he knows it. He knows.
If we were to hit lottery, listen, this spot would be here, a condo in the Caribbean, and a place in Florida, and I'll be a happy person. And I think you'll be a happy person.
Oh heck yeah, I'd be in cloud 9.
So, but
happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, okay. Happy wife, happy life. A lot of stress for husband. There's got to be a third saying to that. Happy life, happy wife, stressed out husband. Bam, right there. Anyway, we're coming up on 30 minutes, and of course, I'm going to add some photos and maybe some video to it. So hopefully, you guys will enjoy it, and we will see you next time. So send us away, send us out of here.
Hold on. I lost my track of thought. Like, subscribe, share, comment below.
Absolutely.
And follow us on Instagram. And
it's building. We're building the IG.
Keep following us.
But yeah, see you guys. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.